This program is brought to you by Ignite TV. Now you're in command. Visit Rogers.com for more details.
Hi, and welcome to My River District, a show all about Owen Sound, the River District, and why locals love it here. I'm here with my guest, Tim Dwyer, who owns several businesses in the region. He's quite the entrepreneur, and he's here today to talk to us about all those businesses. So, Tim, you have Sunday's Ice Cream Parlor in Owen Sound.
Yes.
You have Sunday's Ice Cream Parlor in Collingwood.
Yep.
And you run The Launch,
Yes.
which also has Sunday's Ice Cream Parlor.
Yes.
You really love ice cream.
Yes.
So, welcome to My River District.
Thank you for having me.
Great. Let's get into it.
And yeah, we run Sunday's Ice Cream in town here, Collingwood and The Launch, and it's a partnership between my wife and I. Vita couldn't be here today, but she's taking care of some other stuff.
Sure.
But yeah, it's really, we split it between the two of us.
Excellent. So let's talk about Sunday's Ice Cream in the River District.
Yeah.
We'll call it your flagship.
Yeah, it's the first business that we opened, and then it's kind of the one that's nearest and dearest to our heart. And
yeah. So this location is kind of just adjacent to the farmers market.
Yeah.
It's behind the old photo art.
Yep.
And you can access it just by going, down the side of City Hall and around on the sidewalk, and you're right there.
Yeah.
So it's winter. Ice cream in winter. I mean, it doesn't melt, which is great. So I'm always on board. But let's talk about ice cream a little bit.
Yeah, like you said, it's you have more time to eat it. I always say you can take your time eating ice cream in the winter because it's not dripping down your hand. We do stay open. A lot of people question if we get it all the time where people are like, "Oh, you're still open." We're surprised. No, what are we going to be on a beach somewhere?
I mean, you could be.
Could be on a beach drinking a cocktail, but we're not. No, we run our shops year round, and it's we shorten our hours a bit, obviously,
sure.
and we reduce our selection of ice cream per se, but we widen into a full hot foods menu as well.
Yes, bubble waffles.
Yes, we make bubble waffles, which for those who likely aren't aware, they're similar to a regular waffle.
They're better.
They're better.
Yeah.
They're a sweeter, more custardy waffle, and it's kind of the inverse of a waffle where you get these little pull-apart beignet little ball shapes that you can pull off.
And
so
good.
You wrap it into a cone and you can scoop ice cream into the middle of it. You can fill it with whipped cream and Nutella.
You could just eat it.
Just eat it as a pastry.
Shyly, just walking down the road, just eating a waffle.
Yeah.
Which I've done.
Bubble waffles are really cool. They're gaining a lot of popularity, but they started as a Hong Kong street food.
Mm-hmm.
So they're a pastry that got very popular in Asia because they could make it over a coal fire. And you could produce that on the street.
Interesting.
Yeah, so that's how they got super popular.
I had my first bubble waffle at Pacific Mall.
Yep. Yep.
In the city, and there was no going back for me.
No, I know. Right at the top of the stairs,
Yep.
as soon as you walk into the food court area,
That's it.
There's a woman there who's just slinging them out constantly.
That's right.
Yeah.
Or like wrapping ice cream blocks in them and stuff like
Yep.
that. Oh man,
Yep.
memories. But now I can get them in Owen Sound.
You can.
And I think I was probably like the first one on the doorstep waiting for that bubble waffle. The second you brought them out, was that last year?
Yep. Yeah.
The first
last
year?
year was the first year we did the bubble waffle. Yeah.
Oh, that was so good. Anyways, very exciting. Probably talk about bubble waffles alone for a solid 30 minutes.
Yep.
But let's talk about your specific ice cream. This
Yeah.
is not your run-of-the-mill ice cream.
No.
Tell us about your main brand.
So we serve Kawartha Dairy ice cream, which for those who know, it's a premium ice cream. They've got 45 plus flavors. We carry about 25 of them, and it really, you can just taste the difference between Kawartha Dairy and a store-bought brand. We always say we could make our own ice cream, but we don't think we'd do as good of a job as Kawartha.
Fair. That's fair. And then you also have a vegan brand.
Yes.
Because I am obsessed with the vegan chocolate.
Yeah. Yeah, we have a vegan brand, a couple now actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we carry Pom Pom vegan ice cream, which is a coconut and oat base ice cream, and throughout the summer we'll have 5 or 6 different varieties of scoopable ice cream, and then a full selection of pints from both Pom Pom and a brand out of Waterloo called For All.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Have you been carrying the For All for a while?
No, just a short time.
Okay, because I've never bought the pint, but I will buy just endless amounts of the vegan, and not because I am vegan.
No, it's just
I am not
delicious.
vegan. It's delicious, and also I find that it doesn't give you that heavy feeling afterwards. And for those of us, over the age of 30 who have lost our ability to digest dairy, particularly well, thank you, it just makes it easy to have an ice cream cone at lunch or in the afternoon and stuff like that, and not get that kind of heaviness sometimes that it can give you.
It's easier to digest for sure. It's because it's a coconut nut base. It's very natural. It is more rich and decadent than a traditional ice cream. And so we do scoop smaller portions of it just because we find that's just what our customers want.
Sure.
But it's delicious, yeah.
Not me, I want larger portions. But that's up to me. I can go ahead and buy the pints.
Yeah.
You're like, feel free to come in.
Oh, yeah.
And then you guys also have been getting into ice cream cakes.
Yes.
Killing it in the ice cream cake world.
Yeah, there's really, for about 2 years now, we've been making our ice cream cakes and constantly improving them. And we make an 8-inch cake, and it's about 3 inches tall. And when you pick it up, it's heavy. It weighs quite a bit.
Ice cream is not light.
No.
It is not a light material.
No, but just through our making process, we condense the ice cream, or we densen the ice cream down, and it comfortably feeds, one of our ice cream cakes comfortably feeds between 10 and 12 people.
Sure, or 3 of me.
3 of you, yeah.
That's
so
fine.
It goes a long way, and it's great to see with our ice cream cakes, because once we get someone in and they go, you know what, I will try an ice cream cake, they come back to us for almost every celebration they have after that, and they want another one.
Are they gluten-free?
You can ask for them gluten-free.
Okay.
We do a cookie crumble in the center.
Okay.
But if you make your restrictions known to us, we guide you in how to custom make one that's going to be whatever you need, be it gluten-free, be it avoiding peanuts, or...
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't make them dairy-free, though.
We don't currently make...
It's a lot of vegan ice cream to include in that.
Yeah.
Your $700 cake. That's fair. But yeah, the fact that you can make them gluten-free so easily, I think that opens it up to a lot of people. And especially in those situations where you're having a birthday party or something and you don't know if the kid can have gluten or not. Just give them ice cream.
Yeah.
They won't be mad.
And we spoke about the size of our cakes. We actually, in the next coming weeks, are going to bring out a smaller 6-inch portion that would be more appropriate for a single family.
Sure, just to have like on the kid's birthday day or an adult's day.
Or Tuesday.
Sure, or Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Or Fridays or Sundays.
Sunday,
That was a happy accident. Now, are these cakes pre-made and put in a fridge, or do you make them by order or to order?
We offer both.
Oh,
so we have our most popular flavors. Throughout the year, we carry Moose Tracks and salted caramel ice cream cakes, and we'll have those in stock. You can pop in and you can take one home right away.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Or you can go onto our website, sundaysicecream.ca, and you can select from any of our options that we have for our cakes and choose your flavors, choose your base flavor, if you want writing on it or different toppings.
Okay.
You can custom make it, and we just need 3 days notice.
Right. And of course, you guys, for getting those orders in, end up making really great content from it.
Yes.
If you haven't had a chance to check out their Facebook and Instagram and stuff, specifically Instagram, I think you're more focused on.
Yep.
You guys will, from the start to finish, just kind of show the process of making the cakes, and it's not an easy process. It's clearly a labor of love.
Yep. It is.
And there's a reason why you go out and buy the ice cream cake and not just make one at home.
They're a chore, for sure.
But I made one once.
Did
Never
you?
again. Never again.
It's our process, because we don't use any fillers or soft serves or anything like that, any subpar ice creams to kind of form our cake. We actually take hard scooped ice cream and we put it into a mixer and make it soft and malleable, and then we can form the cake, and from there form the bottom and the sides of the cake walls. From there, we scoop in a single layer of hard scooped ice cream.
Yep.
If you're having one of our standard cakes, comes with a layer of Oreo crumbs and then a layer of fudge.
Sounds terrible.
And then another ice cream of your choice on top. We then make a whip topping, a pure cream topping to smooth out the top, and we can decorate it any way you want.
Glorious. Everybody loves an ice cream cake.
Oh, yeah.
Except for like July 30th if it's an outside party. So keep it in the freezer. Keep it in the freezer as long as you can and bring it out right before. But it should live in a cooler for a while, right?
Oh, yeah, 100%.
And you want it to soften a little bit before you serve it, otherwise you can't cut it.
We always say, yeah, take it out 20 to 30 minutes before and cut it with a hot knife.
Yeah.
But between our stores, we'll make most of our cakes in our Owen Sound store, and we will drive them just in a standard cooler to our Collingwood store, and they get there perfectly fine.
Perfect. That's amazing. I mean, they're basically a block of dairy ice at that point, so it's fine. It'll keep the cooler nice and cold, and maybe a 6-pack of beer too. Whatever you're doing there, I'm not here to judge. A beer float, maybe.
Tried that one time. Didn't go well.
No? Did you try this over at the launch?
No. I learned a lesson once.
So sticking to root beer then.
Yeah.
Nice. Very nice. And so, of course, you do have a location at the launch as well.
Yes.
Which serves ice cream to anybody, but on the flip side of that, you kind of have a restaurant on the water.
Yeah, the launch, I like to think of it as a food park. We're going into our third season of the launch, and it is located at the West Side Boat Launch, 1455 First Avenue West.
Right. And
what we do is we took the existing boat launch there, and we decided to make it more amenity focused, and we added in obviously Sunday's ice cream parlor out the front, a cocktail and craft beer bar out the back. We make Neapolitan style pizzas, and just some really great food, and it's an awesome spot to sit on the water, enjoy the sunshine, and really take in Owen Sounds Harbor. Yeah,
and beyond that, you also do rentals.
We do, yes.
So you can rent a kayak, right?
Yes, kayaks. In the new year, we'll be doing canoes, kayaks, stand-up boards.
In the new year, but also in the summer.
Yes.
So don't show up in like January being like, I need a paddle board or something.
Correct,
okay.
yeah.
I need a pair of skates.
Yes.
So, sorry, going back to that, yes, you can do rentals at the launch as well for kayaks, and in the new year there'll be a few different options. And so you can launch from there, which is glorious because it is a functioning boat launch.
It is, yes.
At its core, and go up the river, check out the river district, that kind of stuff through, the eyes of somebody on the river where, it all began, come back and have a drink. And
it's amazing. From land, you don't get a real sense of what the Sydenham River is like until you're paddling on it. And there's points in it where you're like, you feel like you could be in the middle of the woods.
Yeah.
You're only 200 feet away from businesses and traffic and all of that, but you feel so isolated and so secluded.
Yeah. It's wild. And I myself have gone to the launch on several occasions. Haven't tried the boats yet.
Yep.
I'm not great with water, but I'm great at sitting by the water with a cold drink.
Know your skills, yeah, absolutely.
Right? And if it's drinking by the water, then that's a skill that I'm going to help to foster.
Yep.
But I've brought my kid too.
Yeah.
And she has a blast there. You've got like that little, grassy knoll thing with the big, beautiful willow tree.
Yeah.
Kids love that. They're just like running around a bit before the meal comes or whatever. And it's a great time for the whole family.
Parents can let their kids tire themselves out.
Yes.
And then they'll sit still a little longer. It's nice the way it's set up, because really you can rent a kayak, go for a kayak ride, and then come in, and it's like set up as dinner, drinks, and dessert. Right. So you can sit down, you can have a pizza, you can have a charcuterie board, you can have all these different options, and have a beer with it. Sit there, have a glass of wine, and then at the end of the day, go and get your family ice cream. And it's all in one spot, and you've spent an entire afternoon on the water.
Absolutely. We're going to come back to that after we take a short break.
Get ready for the ultimate sports talk experience. Join us every week for the most in-depth analysis, heated debates, and special guests. We give you action off the ice and off the field with all the drama and all the fun. Don't miss out on the sports talk show that's taking the game to a whole new level. Get your game face on and join us on RTV Sports Wrap.
Join us December 24th when Music and Beyond and Rogers TV present George Friedrich Handel's masterpiece, The Messiah. A holiday tradition, The Messiah features some of the most beloved melodies of all time, and we are excited to bring them right into your living room. A gift for you this Christmas Eve from Music and Beyond. and only on Rogers TV.
You're watching an interesting local show on Rogers TV and you want to know more. That's when you head to rogerstv.com. Our website provides more information about our programs, our hosts, our schedule, and about how you too can get involved with Rogers TV. Visit us online at rogerstv.com.
Hi, and welcome back to My River District, a show all about Owen Sound, the River District, and why locals love it here. I'm your host, Viveca Gravel, the Community Development Coordinator for the city and the River District, and I am here and back with my guest, Tim Dwyer of Sunday's Ice Cream and The Launch.
Yes.
How about we start with the hours of your businesses?
Yeah. So Sunday's Ice Cream down on First Avenue East is throughout the summer from May 24 until Labor Day. We're 7 days a week from 12 until 8. In the off-season or the shoulder season, we're typically Thursday through Sunday. Now our hours are always posted online, and while the Festival of Northern Lights is on, which our location backs directly onto the First Avenue stretch of the Festival of Northern Lights, we open as an evening market.
Yes, so this
Yes.
is your second year doing kind of a Christmassy type market, and it's beautiful. Really quickly, we should mention that the launch is closed for the season.
The launch is
Don't
closed.
go there.
Yeah.
Nobody is there.
Yeah, that will reopen in the mid-spring.
Right.
Once the harbor frosts and we can get the water running and everything else, we'll be
Yes.
back there.
Perfect. But going back to the Christmas market that you've
Yep.
had, you have this beautiful sign that lights up. It says Christmas market,
It
right?
does, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, last year was the first year that you did it, and you had so many little twinkly lights, and it was just so magical when you walked in there. But things have changed a little bit this year. Now you've become a baker.
Yeah, yeah. I always like to challenge myself, and so we ran it as a vendor market last year, and we brought in artisan vendors, and that was fantastic. And we worked with so many awesome people, and we kind of leaned into the fact that while people are and I should take a step back and say that really the reason we put on this Christmas market is because as families are walking the Festival of Northern Lights, we wanted to give them a place to stop in, to warm up, to have some awesome Christmassy foods.
Have decadent hot chocolate that'll knock your socks off.
Yeah, our hot chocolate is delicious and made the traditional way.
Yeah, you're not messing around with your hot chocolate.
No,
Yeah.
no, and the bubble waffles we talked about earlier, and crepes, and to your point, we decided to focus more on stuff that we could make ourselves. And so we made a selection of caramel corns and candied popcorn and macarons. And
We had a long conversation
did.
about this, and I applaud you for even trying macaron.
It's a matter of whenever someone goes, oh, that's really hard, I go, bah, how hard can it be? And then I'm determined to figure it out.
And then you're like, oh my God, I never want to do this again.
Yep. There's a bunch of times a batch would come out of the oven, I'd be confident about it, and it just did not turn out at well.
Crack and just be like flat. And,
Yeah.
I mean,
But-
those are delicious though.
They are.
You know what those would be delicious on? Cracked up over the top of ice cream.
Hey, all right, or a topping on a bubble waffle,
Yeah.
or just
Don't waste that.
No.
It still
no, no,
tastes delicious. It just doesn't have the look.
Yeah. We after a few batches, I was able to make my own macarons, which I know in the baking world is considered to be one of the more
Top
fickle.
tier. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can be a macaroneur. You go to extra school for it.
Yep.
Yeah. I will tell you though, having made them quite a few times and hating them beyond measure, but also loving them enough to still
Yep.
make them every once in a while, but only like once a year.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, I'm never making these again. And then a year later, I'll make them again. Winter is much easier than it is in the summer.
Oh, just for
Humidity
the
will
humidity.
kill you.
Sure.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
But they
Makes sense.
freeze well.
Yes.
So make a massive batch in the winter and then just eat them throughout the year.
Yeah, and it's funny. I taught myself how to make macarons, and I don't even know how to make a banana bread.
Get up.
Yeah, like I've just never tried anything else. But
Sure.
those ones are nice. I'm gonna figure out how to make those.
Jeez. I'm just going to figure out how to make a macaron. Macaron.
Why not?
Right.
What's the worst that can happen?
Well, how familiar are you with choux pastry?
Oh, I don't even know what that means.
So that would be like a cream puff or an eclair.
I gotta be honest with you. I don't think I've baked anything else. And it's the same with the pizza that we serve at the launch. It's my own recipe, and I just spent about 2 years, knowing I was gonna put that on the menu eventually. I spent about 2 years, 2 to 3 times a week in my kitchen until I was happy with a recipe. And I've never run a kitchen before, never been in a kitchen, but if I just focus my energy on one thing, I can figure it out really well.
So what you're saying is you're stubborn enough
Yes.
to not give up until it works out.
100%. Yes.
Love that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like
And-
the most successful people are.
Yeah, and look, there's a lot of great pizza in town. My preference is I think that we serve one of the best products.
It's a good pizza. It is seasonal.
Yep,
And it's on the water.
100%.
So, I mean, you're not taking away from any of the other local restaurants.
No.
You're all just supporting each other and really just providing experiences in the city of Owen Sound. So Sundays, you've got the holiday market happening, or the Christmas market happening
Yes.
right now. You guys are so funny. You guys just are like, yeah, we're going to try something new. It's going to be amazing. And you guys just kind of always knock it out of the park. So for the next few weeks, trying to figure out when this is going to air and
Yeah.
what I should say exactly, throughout the month of December,
Yes.
Fridays, you're bringing in a DJ.
On this coming Friday and then the Saturday after.
Oh, okay. So it's been Friday, then it'll be Saturday for Moonlight Madness, and then Saturday.
Yes.
Friday for Moonlight Madness, Saturday.
And I want to say that Saturday's the 17th.
What
But
Saturday?
The final Saturday that we have the DJ.
It might be.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I don't have a calendar.
Look
in
it
front
up.
of me,
Go
but-
on social media and
Yeah.
figure it out.
But no, it's fantastic. DJ Strobe, he comes in and he wears his big Christmas sweaters, and he laughs because he's Jewish, but he's like, I love Christmas so much
Yeah.
that he's decked out, and anytime we work with him, he comes in character for what we're trying to do. He's the funniest guy, and he just blasts out this fun Christmas music over the lights, and really, as much as we're trying to run a business and trying to do well, we just love the fact that we're taking something that exists for everyone, like Festival of Northern Lights,
Yeah.
and trying to make it just a little nicer for them, a little more Christmassy.
Making that core memory happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who else has, first of all, who else has a Festival of Northern Lights?
Yeah.
I mean, not many.
No.
And then to be able to offer the stuff that you guys are offering in terms of the Christmas market and the
Yeah.
decadent hot chocolate and the macaron and the ice cream beyond
Yeah.
all of that, but then to bring in a DJ, who is spinning Christmas tunes while you're walking the lights?
Yeah.
Like, that's an incredible memory that you're creating for people.
Because why not?
Because why not is
Yeah.
totally it. And I know that, like, I've been in there so many times. You guys are just like kitty corner to the city hall, and so
Yeah.
it'll be Friday at 3:00, and we're all like, obviously we're all going for ice cream right
Yeah.
now, and then you just get like a drove of us walking in there. You guys are just always doing such a great job. You got the vibe happening in there. You've got the neon sign on the wall. That makes for a great photo op.
Yeah.
And of course, it's very important that when you have this photo op that you tag them on socials. This is your chance to plug it in.
Sundays_ice cream on Instagram and Sundays ice cream on Facebook.
There it is.
Yeah.
So make sure you tag that when you get a great photo on, with that neon sign. And then of
Yeah.
course, I totally forgot. You have I want to call it a Dickie D. It is not a
Yeah.
Dickie D, but when I was a kid, it was a Dickie D. But you
Yes.
have the bicycle, the ice cream bike.
Our ice cream bike, which is so much fun. We love doing it. It goes into the 'cause why not
Yeah.
category. And we brought this in, had it custom made for us, and it's an actual battery powered ice cream scooping cabinet. Where the Dickie D, you'd be serving the pre-wrapped ice creams.
Yes.
We actually have 3 different ice cream flavors that we scoop directly for you.
Yes.
And we do that every Sunday night at Harbor Nights throughout the summer.
You were at Summer Folk.
Summer Folk,
You guys
Canada
always
Day.
had a line. Yeah.
And then weddings and events and private stuff, we'll bring the bike out and we do catering packages with it.
I love that.
And it's this cool kind of nostalgic. It plays on the Dickie D. And,
Yeah.
and people just love it.
Yeah. Well, and every once in a while you'll see Vita, your wife, just biking by with it. And somehow it's always her doing it.
Yeah. And I offer. She likes doing it.
Sure. I've
Yeah.
seen her face after she's done it. I don't know if she loves doing it.
Well, she likes the idea. And then halfway through the ride, as she gets to a gentle incline, she's sweating.
This is the worst.
Yeah.
But you guys know you're killing it. So you'll be at like Harbor Nights, you'll be serving, and then all of a sudden Vita's gone because she's gone to go get fresh ice cream because you
Yep.
always sell out because
Yep.
you're so popular. And then biking back, and the scooping later is very arduous after she's
And when
biked back and forth a few times.
And the ice cream's frozen. And
Oh, yeah.
there's a reason that you mostly hire 17-year-olds because they're young and they bounce back quickly.
Yes, their elbows are stronger.
Yeah.
I can hear Daryl in my ear laughing hysterically at that comment. It's
Yeah,
very
they-
good.
we hire young athletes, and they love it because it's an exercise for them.
I can imagine in the job description, it's like must be able to run marathon, must be able to lift 300 pounds deadlift. I'm not
even joking. I think almost all of our staff are either competitive runners or competitive swimmers, and it's just perfect for them.
It's the perfect summer job for those kinds of kids, and I guess on weekends and stuff like that too.
Yeah, 100%. And we talked a lot about how we're doing the Christmas market and everything, but through the summertime, we are purely focused on ice cream. We have 25, 26 flavors. We have our ice cream cakes, but we're focused on the ice cream throughout the summer.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. Ice cream is definitely at the core, and I think that's so important to note. But it's nice that you're adaptable and you adapt to the seasons and stuff and bring these really cool things to Owen Sound for us all to enjoy. And of course, Collingwood's lucky to have you as well.
Yeah.
I don't like that they're taking your time away from us, but you do bring in really great staff to make up for it. And they are lovely students throughout the summer. Every time that you go in, they're smiling, they know what's up. You've definitely been really lucky on the staff that you've brought in to help out, and also at the launch as well.
Yeah.
Staff there, I think it was this season where I saw them all walking around in Hawaiian shirts. I believe that was your thing.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, everybody was wearing Hawaiian shirts. I was like, okay, so this is a thing now.
At the launch, yeah. We said the uniform is Hawaiian.
I love that.
Just make it comfortable, and we're gonna expand into a selection of, call it vacation drinks this year.
Okay.
So you'll be getting your pina coladas or your daiquiris, and we'll be having fun with it. So
I love it.
We're just ramping up the waterside vibe.
Always changing, always adapting, always offering something new and incredible to the city of Owen Sound. So thank you for doing that. Thank you for coming on. I do have a quick question to ask you.
Lay it on me.
Why do you, as a local, love it here?
I do love it here, and it's great, and I think a big part of that, it's such a nuanced question. It's honest and it's gritty and it's unpresumptuous, and it doesn't have its nose in the air like some other towns. It really knows who it is, and it's also on the kind of catalyst of a lot of change. And so there's just really great things happening here right now, and there's so many fantastic people, and it's just it's a great place to be a part of that change.
Well, that was a heck of an answer. I couldn't have scripted that better myself. You definitely deserve your Locals Love It Here button.
All right.
I will be sending one back with Vita as well, because I know she is the other half of the business and a workhorse for it as well. So she deserves one as well. And I totally wanted to give her a shout out. But thank you again for coming on. You've got the Sundays behind City Hall, behind photo art, right by the lights. So make sure you check that out while you are checking out the Festival of Northern Lights, which is on until January. I should know this better.
The Festival of Northern Lights runs until January. We are going to close up just before Christmas.
Okay.
And we'll, give ourselves some time off with family.
I think you probably deserve it.
Yeah.
So great. Thank you again so much for coming. Check them out on their socials and on their websites, and all the hours and everything are posted there all the time. Thank you again so much, Tim, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you, Viveca.
Connect with us by visiting our website or email us at comments@rogerstv.com.
I'm Nicole Martin, the proud ambassador for the Comfort Bear program. Comfort Bears provide these cuddly bears to local children who are terminally ill, facing trauma, or battling a serious illness. Every $20 donation will place a Comfort Bear into the loving arms of a child involved in our program. It is our hope to distribute 1,000 bears in 2022. Please join us and provide comfort to kids in their time of need.
After a night out with your friends, there's always options for getting home safely. You could call your BFF, your mom or dad, whoever you can count on for a safe ride home. You could call your favorite cab company or 1-888 taxi guy.